Hey guys, my name is Dese Arishmed, and this time around I come to clarify on some incidents that have been happening. That I came along a video of one David Price talking about the interview that I had with the mayor of Logansport, and he was trying to give his opinion, which that's his right. He's entitled to his opinions. However much I am also entitled to my opinions as a citizen of the United States of America. So this is what he was saying. Let's see.
Hey everybody, this is Dave Price. We're going to try something new today. We're going to listen to a video of the Logansport mayor and his interview with this gentleman from South Africa. I believe his name is Dese something. I'm not sure what his name is.
Pause a little bit. Pause a little bit. Not from South Africa. Point of correction. I'm from Uganda, but not from South Africa. So that's a correction to David Price. I know I've met this guy before, this gentleman, David Price. I've met him before. And he seems to be nice when you meet him and talk to him. Like actually you talk to him one-on-one. He seems to be nice. But then what he posts does not look like what he looks like when you meet him in person. So let's see what he says before I make my opinions here.
I had the chance to speak on Fox and Friends, and I did my best to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, the way I knew it. And I had that opportunity. It was a grand national opportunity to speak. I felt like I did pretty well for not having a lot of practice at this. And I just wanted to state a few facts of concerns from our population in Logansport. I heard so many stories, and I'm able to speak. I'm in a position where I'm not going to get fired or lose my job. And I know a lot of people in Logansport would love to speak, but they're afraid of losing their job, and I totally understand that. I totally get it. So we're going to move along here and see what else he has to say in this long video.
That's right. And so as a leader, though, you have to understand that people are going to be frustrated right now. They're upset. There's a lot of change. There's a lot more people. It's a culture that they're not used to. So I understand the frustration.
Okay, there is a lot of changes going on. We are not racist people here in Logansport. We welcome immigrants to come to our community and settle here and invest here. The Hispanic population has been an awesome example of this. They are great people. They have chosen Logansport to be their home. They've invested here. The government didn't hand them out $2,000 a person for the first 2 years of residency here in the United States. And I think that is one of the biggest problems that we are facing. Each Haitian is given $2,000 a person for a 2-year period. Okay, what happens when that money runs out? What's going to happen? Okay, we're really concerned about that. I'm really nervous about.
Let's stop there. Let's stop there. Like you heard, he said he was on Fox and he spoke nothing but the truth. However, I would love to educate my dear brother David Price with the term truth. The truth is something which is consistent with facts and reality. Again, I will repeat for David Price again, because I'm trying to educate him here. Like, the truth is something which is consistent with facts and reality. You must have facts that are happening in real life, something that you can prove, something that you can talk about and say, hey, this is what's happening in a society, this is what's taking place, and you can show it. But if you can't prove something, then it's not the truth. It's a lie. How can you say something is true, yet you cannot prove it? So, this is another problem that I want to educate people that think like David Price. Of course, I don't blame you, but it's I feel like it's my obligation to enlighten you. Telling lies is not bad sometimes. But the problem is, once you start believing in your lies, once you start believing in the lies that you say, then you become a problem to your own self and to the society. Because all this stuff that David Price is saying, he cannot prove it. He cannot prove it. And he continues to say he's not a racist. But guess what? This is a guy that is saying he's not a racist. I want us to look at these posts. Let's go through one of his posts one by one. I individually, I met David Price. I've met him before. I talked to him. He seemed to be nice to me. I asked him, hey, what's the problem? Can you show me what the Haitians have done? Can you show us? Because we want to help you. We want to join you. If they're committing crime in our community, let's join you and stop it. I told him, hey, please, we want to help you, but show me what the Haitians have done. He couldn't show me, but he was just making allegation. They do this. But if somebody has done wrong, show it. Come out and show what somebody has done. Come out and tell us, like, hey, the Haitians raped a woman here and here, and show it. The person that is saying he's not racist. He's not racist like he says. I will not put that on him. But the viewers who are watching this video, you're going to decide, is he a racist or not? Okay. Look at this post. Somebody that says he's not a racist. This post, he posted this post back in October. I guess it was October during the Halloween. This is what he said. Who needs to go to a haunted house? Just take a trip to Walmart in Logansport. That's scary enough. So when you look at such a post like this, somebody saying such a statement, implying to fellow human beings, because there are many Haitians that go to Walmart, and then you say they are so scary. So when did Walmart in Logansport start being scary? Was it before the Haitian coming or after they come? And if you're saying you're not a racist, why are you targeting one group of people? You're targeting a group of people who is Haitians, black people. We have many people who are immigrants in Logansport. We have people from Mexico. We have people from like Africa. We have people from Colombia and everywhere. But because they're not black, now you're saying they're the good ones. But you can come out and prove. Come out with proof and say, hey, this is what Haitians have done. This is what Haitians have caused to the community. Show it. And the people who are supporting him, come out with proof. If you're talking the truth, why is it so hard to bring it on a table? The way I'm bringing you videos, I'm bringing you confessions of people that are talking like, hey, I haven't had a problem with the Haitians here and there. It is the same thing that I want you, if you're out there criticizing, it's the same thing that I want you to do. Come out with proof. Show it on the table. Let's check another post that this David Price post. Let's look at this. Look at this post. He says, this was back a few months ago when he posted and says, thank you so very much for everyone who showed me love and support. I greatly appreciate it. This isn't the first time I'm fighting for my community or helping my community. Whatever the bullshit he posts as you see it here. When we talk about helping the community, I don't think David Price has a moral authority. He has no moral authority of coming and saying he has helped the community. Promoting racism or discrimination or hate by speaking false allegations that you cannot prove, that's not helping the community. It's not helping the community. We don't call that helping the community. No, not at all. Guys, I want us to use common sense. I want us to use reasoning. Like if you really mature enough to say like, hey, I reason. Let me explain about, maybe you don't know that what reasoning means. Reasoning is critical analyzing a situation before you respond to it. You have to analyze the situation. If they're saying that the Haitians are raping women, the Haitians are eating the dogs, Haitians are eating the cats, you must think for your own self, using your own brains, and say, what they're saying, is it true? Have they raped anybody in Logansport? Find out. Bring the proof, then come out and say, David Price is speaking the truth. They have been raping our women. They have been breaking laws, then we're going to agree with him. But once you start believing in a lie and you create more hateful speeches, you create more hateful speeches, then you become a threat to your own life. Because I believe that David Price is not having sleep. I'm not attacking him, but I'm trying to educate him. I'm trying to give my own opinion by educating him and people who think like him. He has no proof on what he's saying. And he comes out, he says he's helping the community. No. We have domestic violence going on in Logansport. How many times has David Price come out and talked about domestic violence? How many times has he come out and preached about domestic violence? How many times has David Price come out and preached about drugs going on in our community? Now, that's what helping the community means. Positively changing the community, not creating hate. They say, this is what they say, wise men say, negativity defeats reasoning, or emotions defeat reasoning. If you have negativity in your minds, it affects your emotions, which is gonna make you do what you feel, but not what is right. When you use negativity combined with emotions, you are not going to do the right thing. You're going to do what you feel. You're going to do everything with your negativity, with your head. That's David Price, with all these posts I've shown you. There's also this post. Look at his post when he was saying, he was talking about, look at this post. He was talking about the kids, for the immigrants that are going to be born here, for them being citizens. How are you even bothered by the kids who are going to be born? So what should we call you? Is that still helping the community if you have no empathy for kids who are being born? You even attack kids. What kind of human are you that attack kids? I don't know how you sleep. Sometimes I just imagine and be like, I know God created people, and sometimes I be like, maybe I just get confused. Sometimes I ask myself, like, how do we think sometimes? Do we have empathy? If you don't know about the real meaning of empathy, empathy is an act of reasoning. Is when you have to put yourself into someone's shoe and say, what if it was me? So if you can have the hate towards kids that are innocent, the kids that never brought themselves here, yes, you can blame the parents, but you can't not blame the kids for coming here because they don't know why they are here. They are just kids. They are just kids. So even if you say that Walmart in Logansport is like a haunted house, because they are Haitian people, but these Haitians have kids, and you just talked. Okay, there's sometimes I wonder, like, intelligence is something that people are born with, and going to school and graduating from some college or some university does not mean you're wise or does not make you smart.
I graduated from Ball State University. Prior to that, I graduated from Logansport High School in 1989. Then I went on to Ball State, graduated from Ball State, came back to Logansport, decided to settle here, raise my family here, because I truly love our community, and I just want to continue to see it grow.
When you go to school, acquiring knowledge is not the same as having wisdom. Knowledge is something they teach you. They teach you what you don't know. You become knowledgeable about something you don't know. That's acquiring knowledge. That's the purpose of going to school. But it does not make you smart. It does not make you, going to school does not make you have wisdom. Wisdom is something it's a natural thing. It's something you were born with. So when my brother David Price talks about going to school and graduating in college in Logansport, graduating in at some university, then sometimes I start questioning myself. I'd be like, if I ever have a kid, should I take them to those schools if they're gonna reason like that? No, I'm just asking. Like, I feel like, if I ever get kids, should I take them to the same college that David Price went to? Hell no, 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 no. That's very hard. Because if somebody can go to college and university and they come out and they're proud, oh, I went to this school, I went to this university, but they still can't reason, they can't think before they talk or before they bring an allegation where they have no proof. If that's how they reason, then sometimes I'd be like, what's the purpose of going to school? What's the purpose of going to school? Tell me. Because you're here talking this, but it's okay. Look at this post. This post was back in let me say 3 months ago, 2 months ago, where he said, if anyone has facts in reference to any of the recent posts, please contact me. I'm just gathering facts between now and October 7th. That's when he posted this post here. We are in 2025. It's January. Have you not come out with facts up to date? You have no facts. When should you bring facts? You're continuing promoting hate. You're continuing promoting discrimination. With these posts are acts of discrimination because you're targeting a race. You're saying, oh, these Mexicans are good, these are good, but the Haitians now are trouble. Sometimes we talk. Talking is different. Some people talk because they have a mouth to talk. And other people like me talk because we know what we are talking about, because we can provide proof, because we can provide evidence. I will not talk about something I have no proof of or something I have no knowledge about. Because I had somebody talking, then I'd be like, oh, somebody talk, blah, blah, blah. No. Do I say the Haitians are not committing crime? No. There are some who are committing crime, but not all of them. And those who are committing crime, if they were caught committing crime, they will face the law. But as far as there is no proof at the moment, you shouldn't create all these false allegations. I also heard about somebody saying, oh, David Price is probably doing all this talking and creating God negativity because he has this group of fellow racist people that support him. And then they're saying he wants to run for mayorship. Oh, no. I don't see myself voting for David Price to be a mayor because he's going to divide us. He's going to divide the community. So a leader, let me teach you about a leader, David Price. I heard you trying to teach the mayor about who is a leader, but you also don't know the meaning. That's what I'm saying. Do some research. Prove to us that you went to school. Show us that you went to school. A leader is someone who listens to the people and he responds in a just way and a fair way. So, how do you want to become a mayor of Logansport when you hate a certain group of people? What are you going to do when you become mayor? Are you going to kick them out of Logansport? No, you have no power to kick them out of Logansport because that's the federal government and whoever was responsible for letting them come in. The mayor has no power over any immigrants that come to live in America, the land of the free. Even if let me teach the people who want to make David Price the mayor in future, whoever is thinking of voting him in future, this is for you. Okay, what if you vote David Price for mayorship? What are you gonna do? What is he gonna do to the immigrants, the Haitian? Is he gonna kick them out? Did you ask him, will he have that power as a mayor to kick them out? No, he won't have that power. He will have to go through the chain of command to find a solution. Are you going to discriminate, or are you going to serve a few white people? Are you going to serve a few Spanish people and be like, because I know here Spanish are good people, maybe these fellow whites are good people, but these are immigrants, why did they come? Then are you going to discriminate them when you become a mayor? That's not leadership. That's not a sign of leadership. That's not leadership. Go back to school and learn what leadership is. This is not a question of talking. It's a question of understanding. It's a question of using common sense, common wisdom, knowledge, thinking critically before you speak out. You know, sometimes I know, like God punishes people in different ways. God can catch you, can bring you out in public with your ignorance. Then you start talking a lot of bullshit, a lot of nonsense without proof. You talk this, you talk that, and the smart people are going to just stare at you and be like, total bullshit. Sometimes they don't want to respond. I've seen him talking about a lot of bullshit before, but I was like, just ignoring him because I value my time very much. I don't want to waste any minute of my time responding to any nonsensical reasoning. However, since he put me in his video, he put my name there, then I'm like, well, when the going gets tough, the tough must get going, especially when the freedom of expression becomes a target of suppression. That makes opposition our position. So we have to oppose to this negativity. We have to come out and say, hey, what have the Haitians done? Are they doing this wrong? Yes. Are they facing the law? Yes. Let's not bring allegations. When you have allegation, come with proof. Come with the truth. Again, if you don't know what the truth is something which is consistent with facts and reality. The truth is not allegations, no. The truth is not imagination. The truth is not something you say, blah, blah, you talk this without, no. The truth is backed up by evidence. The truth is backed up by facts. So, I individually am saying, that's your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. However, I'm also analyzing your video that you made. The video that you made for my interview that I had with the mayor. And this is what you said when I was talking to the mayor. You're like, when you see him with this guy, they're like in total love. No. I'm giving a mayor an opportunity on my YouTube to speak his mind, what he thinks. The same way, if you look at my videos on my YouTube, I've invited different people, not talking about even politics, talking about suicide. How do we end suicide? You know, we have talked about domestic violence. How do we stop that? That's the real meaning of helping the community. Let's sit down and see how do we defend our community from too much drug abuse. We have a lot of kids abusing drugs. How do we come out and solve that issue? Because that's the main issue. Those are issues that are affecting our kids. Those are issues affecting our parents, the parents in a community. As parents, we are facing that problem. Suicide is going on. We need to preach something like those are important issues. Let's talk about gun violence. Let's come out and talk about how do we control the gun violence, because we have our kids going in jail because they're not being educated on how to behave, on how to avoid crimes. But now the Haitians have become a problem. But then when we ask, yes, they have become a problem. How? You can't prove. You can't prove how. But you just keep talking. You've been talking 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. You've been just talking, talking, talking because you have a mouth to talk. But you cannot prove your allegations that come out of your mouth. So please, if you can reach out this video to David Price, give him this video, let him sit down and he understands that we need proof, that we need him to come and at least prove his allegations, you know. And anyone that thinks like him, you can come out and say, hey, I was raped by Haitian. Bring proof. Because you're making it look like Haitians are immune. No, they're not immune. It's just your racist, your biasness that is hurting you, that hatred in you. You feel bad when you see like people. But I tell you what, God will decide whether they are good people, whether they're bad people. We'll see. At the end of the day, you're gonna give up. But why are you raising racists in your families? Why? Why? So my brother David Price, next time try to collect actual proof. Try to come out with proof. Not allegations. Not allegations. Not allegations. And I don't see how you fit to be a mayor and somebody says, oh, David Price will be our next mayor. What? Jesus Christ. I think if you become a mayor, I will just have to pack my shit and leave Logansport and try to find somewhere else to live, because I don't see any kind of leadership in you, but I see a lot of noise in you. I see a lot of lies, you know, a lot of uh, uh, trouble. That's what I see in you. I don't see any kind of leader, any sign of leadership in you. And all these people supporting you, they're just hate. They're just hating against color because they can't provide the truth. But I can provide the truth. I brought the man on my interview. He said he has not had any troubles with the Haitian. I brought Mandy Harper. She said she has not had trouble with the Haitian. I brought Cami Siora. She said she has not had trouble with Haitians. I've met people, they say, and I have brought it on my YouTube, and it has shown they have no trouble with anybody. But what do? You keep posting, say blah blah. You are bothered so much. Why? What have Haitians taken from you? I may take you to Walmart and tell you, show me who is the Haitian. You're gonna show me black Americans. You're gonna say, oh, that's a Haitian because they're black. That's because you can't tell. Some people think I'm Haitian. You see how you said, oh, that guy is from maybe South Africa. You're just talking because you have a mouth to talk, but you're not talking because you know. Let's try to use our natural born knowledge to think before we react to a situation, before we respond to a situation. Let's try to think wisely. Let's shame the devil and show the devil that, hey, we can reason. Let's use common sense. But these facts of posting hateful speech, no, it's not gonna work until you bring proof. And yes, if the Haitians are not supposed to be here, well and good. If they are taken back, I mean, that's the decision of the federal government, you know. But this world is a global village. We all can fit here. We all can work together. We all can be together and still be fine.
They're coming straight from a third world country where they have not even seen paved roads since the Eisenhower administration. So I can't really blame the Haitians. And I said, God bless them on social media on the interview with Fox and Friends.
You like talking about, oh, they come from the third world country. They have never seen gravel. They have never seen. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Coming from the third world country, fourth, fifth world country, it doesn't make no sense. Okay, how different are you from them? Do you say, okay, because they come from the third world country, so are you guaranteed that you're gonna live 200 years here than them? Do you think like your health is more better than them because they come from the third world country? No, it's just the same people, but it's just different locations, and they are more stronger. I believe they are more stronger than you. Because if you can be mentally disturbed, mentally stressed because of a group of people who haven't done anything wrong to you, that just moved in a place to survive, that just doing their job, minding their business, but it still bothers you, that means that shows cowardness. That shows how coward you are. You're just a coward. I can't wait for Logansport some years to come that is gonna have David Price, a coward, who is gonna be a coward mayor. He's gonna be, you are a coward. Face your fears. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Face your fears. Face your fears. You hate this color. You hate this color, David Price. I'm telling you. According to your post, the post you're posting without proof, I'm starting to believe you just hate this color. But this color hasn't done shit to you. I'm telling you. Unless you provide proof and say, hey, this is what they have done to me, we will join you. We're happy to join you and be like, yeah, he was talking the truth. But you have no proof. But you're just talking, letting people know how you graduated here and there. But the way you're talking, you're not talking as a graduate. I'm starting to wonder, like, I wanna write down the schools you went to so that I make sure my kids never go to those schools if they're gonna have the same kind of reasoning. Remember, this is not an insult. It's just my opinion, and at the same time, like an advice. So I'm not trying to attack an individual, but I'm also analyzing the video the same way you analyzed my video that I did with the mayor. The mayor has nothing to do with the immigration or immigrants. You know. And to make a correction to you, like immigration and migration, it's something you can use interchangeable, but sometimes migration is the one that happens within the country. So if I moved like from here and I went to Chicago, they would say, oh, he migrated to Chicago. You know, something. Most time it's within the country. However much sometimes can be out of the country, but most time to a high percentage when you're doing migration is within the country, moving from one place to another. He migrated from Indiana to Chicago. So immigration, most time to a high percentage, involves someone from a foreign country moving to another country. Someone from Ethiopia, someone from Haiti moving from their country to maybe the US with the purpose of having a new home. And not all Haitians are like on TPS, like you said. Some of them are on a refugee status. Some of them are so a person who is on a refugee status is looking at his way to immigrate to the US, like they are trying to settle and live here permanently. Those are people who are on a refugee status. So it's very much good. You use your reasoning. You think before you talk something. Try to make some research before you come up with your comments and shit. That would be nice. It would change the world. But I promise you, the people will come to know the truth, uh, and they will shame the devil.
Unfortunately, we have seen a lot of behavior that is unusual, and I'll just use Walmart as an example. We have seen behavior in Walmart that we have never seen before. Women are getting followed to their cars. They're getting stalked. Inside Walmart, there's been groups of Haitians blocking aisles so people can't get down an aisle to get to their item. They have heard many stories of the Haitians opening food and taking tastes of food and putting it back on the shelf.
About the allegation of people being followed okay, watch this video. This is what I had an interview back some time ago with Mandy Hopper, and this is what she said about Haitians like trying to walk around Haitian men and stuff, and that's what we call the truth. Look, watch this video.
And the point that I want to make, and what I've seen, like people say, especially like even some women have said, they follow me around the store, they video me, they walk up to my car like they're going to get in, or just all of these things where someone like me should be afraid to go around them, really, if I just believe what I read.
That is true.
But at the store that I work at, I actually have to go in the parking lot with them out to their car. So they'll say, well, come outside and I'll show you.
I'll show you
what I want.
Yeah.
Well, that's the only way they can communicate it with me. So I actually go alone, like out to their car.
With all this negativity that you have.
With all the negativity that's around, and I've safely made it back inside.
And you've never seen any?
Every single time I've made it back inside, and no one has done anything to me, said anything that's made me feel uncomfortable, or even attempted to touch me or push me in the car or do anything like that. And I laugh not because it's funny, but just because sometimes I feel like when I go out there, they're apprehensive of me. And I feel like if I were to turn around and say, boo, like they might take off running.
That is true. I mean,
they're maybe a little afraid of me. And so I don't understand what some of them are saying, because it has not been my experience. And like I said, I'm walking alone into a parking lot, mostly with men, to their car,
like
alone.
Haitian men?
Mm-hmm. And I make it safely back into the store every single time.
Every single time. So how long have you been in contact with Haitian men, like for the full year that you've worked there?
Yeah.
And you haven't got any problem?
No.
Well, I think you have watched that video. You saw how Mandy Harper talked about the Haitian people. They're not dangerous like the way David Price makes it look like. He can't even provide proof. Then he goes ahead and says he's not a racist. These are posts of the person that is saying he's not racist. He's not racist like he says. I will not put that on him. But the viewers who are watching this video, you're going to decide, is he a racist or not? However, this is my message to other people in Logansport. It's okay. It's okay. You can have your hate. If you have your hate against color, that's fine. That's your choice. But don't bring your choice against other people. Keep it in your heart. Keep it in your house. Keep that hate in your house. Keep that hate in your mind. But don't bring it on other people. Don't create false allegations on other people. So please, let's promote unity. Let's promote love. Let's Let's promote how to speak the truth. Let's teach our kids to speak the truth. Let's teach our kids to be honest. Let's teach our kids, and if we are talking about helping the community, let's start with domestic violence, preaching against domestic violence. We have women being beaten every time here in Logansport. Let's preach against domestic violence. Let's teach our fellow men to treat women nice. Let's preach against drug abuse. Like we're having many of our children going to jail doing this because of drugs. Let's preach against that. Then we'll say, oh, we are helping the community. By helping the community, by promoting race, hell no. That's bullshit. I shouldn't even waste my time being here talking about this kind of bullshit.